Here's our draft for Arctic Wolves and Think Twice, Take Two. We have our bands coming out for the teams. Think Twice, they'll take away the Greystone. Interesting there. And Arctic Wolves, they haven't really changed too much. They're going to ban out the Decker once again.
Uh, why the Greystone ban? It's very confusing to me. I feel like there are other options for the side of Arctic Wolves that I would want to remove. I feel like possibly taking a Richter out, possibly denying a Grux or Severog pick. Very interesting to see that ban coming out of Think Twice. And of course, Decker, best support in the game right now. Get her out of here.
Yeah, she
So
is kind of
first
hot
pick,
though.
I mean, she is. She is. First pick for Think Twice is going to pick up a Grux. So they are going to deny Cosby the Grux that way. They're going to pick that up and allow we to play the Grux. So good first pick for Think Twice. They've got their jungler here. As we rotate into the Arctic Wolves pick, I expect to see them pick up a mid lane and possibly their carry. Survivor does like playing Twin Blast, so maybe we see those picks first.
Almost like you read the minds of the players there. Belka and Twin Blast picked up. But the thing is, Belka played in the mid lane by Naz. But, we also saw an off lane Belka earlier today. So that might be something that we see picked up for the teams because um, especially if you pick up a hero so early, I like to talk about this a lot. We've got players that can play multiple heroes in different roles and also heroes that work in different roles as well. So you've got the Belka that, can work. We even saw our Belka support at some points
Yeah.
earlier in the PCL. Not this time around, but earlier ones. And so we've seen her in a total of 3 positions so far in this tournament. So that's one of the reasons why I think teams like to pick up the Belka so early, just because it gives you so much versatility in terms of your draft. So like you might have the intermeshing of the draft picks, but if you don't know where that hero is necessarily going, you don't really know what they're going to be going with. And that was sort of what we saw from the Rampage when he was more in his prime as well.
Yeah. Um, I'm still surprised. I'm surprised we're not seeing Narbash picked up right away for either one of these teams. I feel like picking up Narbash, possibly denying that from Phasma, making him play on Richter or Muriel. We just saw he didn't do too well on Muriel. So it's Grux is a weird choice right off the bat. But again, I'm going to say Bellica is going to be played in the mid lane. It is Crazy Fool as well, though Vanilla maybe Crazy Fool picks him up. It's going to be interesting to see how this draft plays out. Do you think we're going to see a Narbash pickup? I mean, as being a very strong support, Decker's not there being picked up next. Do you think we're going to see them try and pick up carries? I mean, yes, carries just got picked up. What's the mindset of Think Twice right now? What do they want to do? How do they draft this?
Well, I'm looking at the hero pool right now for the teams, and neither of them has picked up a support, unless maybe the Belka is played as a support for Articles, but generally
Right.
a lot of teams aren't going to be willing to go for that. So I see both teams really vying for a lot of these supports, so it makes a lot of sense for Think Twice to pick it up with their next one. And they might decide to go for their offlaner as well, just because that um, is a hero that they probably should have some kind of priority on. Um,
Right.
Actually, going into these picks, it is going to be a Narbash and the Kwang for Think Twice. Um, so, looks like I was right for reasons. It makes a lot of
So
analytical
Kwang,
sense to go for those heroes there.
so Kwang in the off lane, Narbash support, Grux jungle. A lot of engage, a lot of ways to lock people down. Tether, smash and grab, thunk. I mean, that's a scary front line right now. If I'm at Articles, I'm like, okay, we got to pick up somebody tanky here. We can't pick up Greystone because Greystone's been banned.
Right.
So, I mean, they don't have a jungler. Cosby, we just saw him. He didn't do great on that hero, but I believe it was more of him being shut down, not him not playing well. Just Reborn played better. So I expect to see, and that's exactly what we're going to see, Cosby picking up Severog and then Howitzer mid lane. So Vanilla Cutie, the mid laner for Arctic Wolves, will be playing Howitzer. Off lane Bellica, which she's so strong in the off lane. Cosby in the jungle. No support. I mean that means Richter's coming. That means Richter's
Richter
coming.
is coming.
That means Richter is coming. Phasma, Richter, hyper aggressive. The Richter is coming. Who does Think Twice pick up for their last two?
Well, I think they might have been a little bit outmaneuvered here because we were talking about the versatility of some of these picks. And the Howitzer pickup means that Arctic Wolves have double caster on their side, and it's going to be Howitzer in the mid lane. So think twice. Gadget, not a bad pickup to have. Pretty much, I would say, the most viable mid laner left in terms of the normal hero pool for mid laners in the game right now. Maybe we see a Faye there, but we've seen that get really, really dicey for the Faye in some of our other PCL matches. So maybe not as viable on the competitive scene as it is for some of the games. But think twice. I would imagine they go for the Gadget next. And they also need the Ranger. So I would imagine that they go for Cameron Sparrow.
Sparrow, yeah. And that looks exactly what they're going to be. Sparrow and Gadget for these guys. Cameron, just that's... Is it safe to say that's his comfort hero? We always see Cameron on that hero.
Yeah, we do.
I hear he plays a nasty Twin Blast, but I've always seen him play Sparrow. And I've been casting the dude for a long time. I always tend to see him on Sparrow. So that leaves one choice for Arctic Wolves. Phasma, if you pick Muriel and let me down, you're no longer my favorite.
Got the Richter.
He picks up the Richter. Good choice, Phasma.
It's going to be a treat, guys. We're going to see Phasma Richter this time around. And here in the PCL, we have grown so used to seeing this Phasma in particular thrive with the hero. So that's going to set up our lineups for our last game of the day here in Group A. And Notch, we got one more prediction to make. Who do you got here?
Looking at the draft, I like Arctic Wolves draft better. I like Phasma's Blinkter, as K-Dubs just said in chat. Blinkter, he just comes in with the blink, lands a skewer, and shuts your face down.
There you go.
He actually, most of the time, he actually blinks in skewer, then Riplash if they're trying to get away. So I do like the aggressive play style that Arctic Wolves has with this particular draft. I like their front line, and looking at the draft, I have to say Arctic Wolves wins this one.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Arctic Wolves picked by Notch. I'm going to have to go with them as well. I just see the double caster combo being a little bit strong for them, and I think even though as tanky as Think Twice are, they're going to have a lot of trouble being burst down by this. So with that being said, we are ready for our final game of the day here in Group A. And Notch, I'm at 5 seconds. I think you're at 5 seconds. So let's just do it. Let's do it. Make like Nike and start it in 3, 2, 1, go. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Guys, early warning is going to play out here. I don't think we're going to see aggression from these teams, so we're just going to go introduce them. Phasma on Richter. Cosby on Severog. Survivor playing Twin Blast. Crazy Fool with Bellica and Vanilla Cutie mid lane with the Howitzer. That is Arctic Wolves. Who do we have on the side of Think Twice?
I'm actually going to stop there because we do have a pretty big stack from Arctic Wolves moving around the side here, and I think it's been scouted out by Think Twice. They've actually tried to go for some kind of a flank here. Did get some scouting done, but Shanks over on the side could be hit a little bit by the Riplash. Does Phasma get it? No, he's not going to be in range for it. But they're thinking about it. Landmine out into Cameron, knocking him around. Clear customer comes around the backside, and there it is. The Phasma Riplash into the first blood. And that's just what a team like Arctic Wolves can do. They get that set play where they get the stack going down the right side. And now their challenge is to get back to lane with some kind of vision. So they'll be trying to get back as fast as possible.
Caster curse for sure. We're not going to see aggression.
We're not going to see it happening here. Yeah, they all stack up. In any case, they already took the first blood on their side, but it's going to be Cameron playing the Sparrow. Shanks on the mid lane Gadget. We've got Cloud hanging out over in the off lane. Clearcast, he's got his support here. And then finally, Leo, he's going to be trying to get the Grux through his early game jungle.
So, mid lane, Vanilla Cutie versus Shanks. Who do you think wins this? The Gadget or the Howitzer?
I'd probably still have to go with the Hauser just because he has a little bit more in terms of displacement. I mean, maybe he's limited on the damage a little bit in the early game, but he's also got the Sevarog to come around on his side with a green buff, which he's currently picking up. Good timing on that one. So I actually would look to Howitzer to be able to win this one out a little bit more, since he has some good long-range initiation, as well as the Sevarog coming around to help as well.
I
Grux
think the
on
big
the...
thing right now, I was gonna say the big thing right now in mid lane is he's already level 2, so he has his landmine and he has his R2000 already picked
Right.
up. He's using very effectively and poking Gadget quite a bit here. But yeah, I definitely gotta say Howitzer wins that. Belica versus I'm sorry, my game just froze.
Oh, no.
Crazy Fool is on Belica versus Clearcast and Cameron. Belica's control in the off lane with the mana drain, Void Bomb, and Seismic Assault is absurd. I think it's going to be very difficult unless Crazy Fool, or I'm sorry, yeah, unless Crazy Fool makes a misplay, but Clearcast and Cameron get hyper aggressive in order to actually deal with Crazy Fool.
Interesting play by Shinx on the mid lane, trying to do some damage there. Landmine gets put down. She's done a really good job of trying to evade the ganks, but Phasma goes in, tries to pick up that Shinx kill, and they do get it. Beautiful double Seismic Assault from Crazy Fool to get in there and do some damage to the heroes, but still, it's going to be a 1-for-1, but it's a support for the mid laner for the team. So obviously that is Arctic Wolves coming out on top of that exchange.
Yeah, I mean, Arctic Wolves definitely with the better trade. If you're going to lose somebody, you lose a Richter. His big thing is making sure he's landing a hook into a skewer. It's not about, putting out damage, and you're taking away a lot of damage and a lot from Shinx picking up that kill there. So we've got Survivor being really aggressive onto Cloud here, already pushed up to that tower. This is the Phasma I like to see. Phasma that rotates, Phasma that's not static in his lane. We saw him very static on Muriel, very static on Narbash, and now there's a lot of rotations coming out of Phasma trying to help secure these kills. That level 1 hook, the range on that is so disgusting, and you don't want to be anywhere near him because it's very rare for Phasma to miss a hook.
Yeah, he's been so good on that one, and he knows exactly how to use it. Oh, just missing Shinx there. She was pretty far back aware that Richter could show up anytime. Meanwhile, he might have left Survivor out to dry a little bit, but he has enough early warning of Weow about to come in as a Grux, and manages to get, back far enough in time. Meanwhile, though, Clearcast, he's got the rotation on the Crazy Fool. The Thunk is going to hit. Cameron with some big damage out onto Crazy Fool, but he gets underneath the tower, and the piercing shot doesn't actually hit. So, actually, Crazy Fool is going to stay in the lane a little bit longer, just to maybe get a little bit more XP before he has to go back to the base.
He's got a health pot and he's got a healer token, so he's going to be able to actually just regen a little bit. I don't know if he has any charges on his health. He's got 1 charge left on his health pot, and of course that healer token. So he's just going to be able to stand here and farm a little bit. I don't think he has to worry about too much aggression with that safety of his tower early on right now. So I think it's a good choice for him not backing like that and just making sure this tower stays up 5 minutes into the game, because you want to make sure you have a little bit of an advantage. Do we push here? My jungler is able to rotate in. He's got to be careful. I don't know if he sees me out there. Purple buff right in front of him. Smash and grab. This could be a dead Belica. Oh my god. Let's just wait. Crazy Fool.
Waiting.
Let's just
He's
wait.
just lying in wait here. Okay.
Oh, is he going to come out? Oh god, he's coming out. He's coming out. Crazy Fool has no idea. Shit! The purple buff just fell off. Crazy Fool's in trouble. Double pain. Seismic Assault misses. Smash and grab. Crazy Fool is gonna fall. No, he's not. He's got jukes. There he goes. Cameron's gonna pick up that kill.
I don't even know, man.
Crazy Fool had no idea what was happening. He had no idea, and he's dead. That's what you get.
Will do for you. That's the purple buff.
Most fake hype ever, right there, for that 1 kill on the Crazy Fool.
I can show you fake hype if you want it. Believe you me. Oh,
that kill was the most insane kill we've seen all day.
I just woke up, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry that I have this 4-year-old on my hands here, but we'll see if we can continue on with this match. Not getting a little bit too excited over some things. Purple buff hype though. In any case, Indeed, there was a kill out on the Crazy Fool, so he's gonna end up falling over that lane. And by the time that we actually got over all of the hype there, he does manage to respawn and get up to level 5. So the Neural Disruption available. Vanilla Cutie into the middle of the river. There's a Tesla Dome drop down. He's taking a lot of damage, and iCameron will continue to chase him. Piercing Shot should be there, and they clean him up with it as well. Easily taken down with a pretty big rotation from Think Twice, but a well worth it commitment as the Howitzer is taken out of the game for a little bit.
Did they use any ultimates on that?
Tesla Dome.
Tesla Dome didn't come down. Okay. So Tesla Dome came down. They do pick up Vanilla Cutie. I mean, yes, Vanilla Cutie dies. You have 3 people rotating off. We're sitting right now 7 minutes into the game. The farm, for the most part, is pretty even. Survivor, 12 card power. iCameron only sitting at 10. We know Raptors are going to spawn at 10 minutes. I expect to see a little bit of aggression out of these guys as we get ready for that the Raptors to spawn. We do see a
gank attempt by Phasma and Survivor. They were just kind of staring at the wall for a while. Do they actually kill that off? Clearcast just gets away with his life for now, and they couldn't get in range for any more abilities. But this does open up the right lane tower for Phasma and Survivor to take here.
I heard Neural Disruptor go off. Who did it hit?
It must have been blocked.
Okay, because it went off, and I didn't see. Like,
Yeah,
Clearcast should have died there. Maybe he didn't. I heard it pop, and I didn't see any damage come out. Phasma missed a hook. Phasma, GG, no re.
Rip. Somebody kick him every 3 weeks.
I would replace him. I would replace him after missing that hook. I like the rotation from Survivor and Phasma over here, putting them. It does put them a little bit away from the Raptors. But what it does is allow them to bully iCameron and Clearcast. You do have Survivor who has a lead, so expect them to play aggressive here and try and deny as much farm as possible. Phasma, with all of that rotating, he's only currently sitting at level 3, so he doesn't have a skewer. So the big thing is making sure he's landing the Riplash and landing the Shock Therapy, his Q, which is the silence, to make sure they're able to deal as much damage as they can to iCameron or Clearcast to pick up those kills.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like Shock Therapy is very useful here. It just seems like most heroes that end up having it die. It doesn't really seem like a useful therapy at all to me.
It's actually a horrible therapy. A lot of pain, memory loss, and death.
Yeah, it's like that that side effect warning we were talking about a little bit earlier off the cast. We were like, yeah, side effects include nausea, vomiting, and death. Slight chance.
Slight chance of death. There's always a slight chance of death. Does Phasma pick up his blink yet? Phasma has not picked up blink yet. That's the one thing we're waiting for, is Phasma and his blink, turning this into a blinker, because as soon as he has it, expect major aggression from them. Again, a lot of rotation from this guy. Cosby dealing with... He was over there clearing out the enemy jungle. I saw the seismic assault through the wall onto Shinx. Shinx is, of course, the safety of his tier 1 tower. I know chat's about to say, safety of his tier 1 tower, Kappa. They actually do help if you know how to ring around the rosy here.
Yeah,
Raptors being picked up. They are. Raptors being picked up over here for the side of Arctic Wolves. Crazy Fool.
Riplash out onto Clearcast, gonna pull him through, but the Tesla Dome makes it so that Arctic Wolves can't be there at all. Phasma the first one to fall. Crazy Fool, he's gonna be down as well. Knocked away a little bit with the landmine, but it's not going to end up mattering, as Think Twice managed to get another kill out. They might have lost the Raptors there. They did win the team fight though, and they could take a tier 1 tower off of this as well.
So I feel like they win the team fight, but Survivor picks up all 3 Raptors. I currently have the bug, so I can't see what Cameron is sitting at. It's still showing me sitting at 10.
Do you want to go back 10 seconds? He's
or
at 10
you
for
could
me as well.
Okay, let's go back 10 seconds. Tell me when.
All right, well, we'll just have to wait on that a little bit, as Vanilla Cutie is being pursued out in the mid lane. Warriors challenge out, and yeah, it's just way too much damage with a very big clump up from Think Twice, and they've been doing this quite a bit, where they have a lot of heroes around one central point, rotating a lot here. Seems like they want to death ball a little bit. They're going to go in for the tier 1 tower right now, trying to take another one of those off the map. No Warriors challenge available for Wheel, but he does have the smash and grab. Not going to take the tower down just yet. Nice double gate onto Clearcast and iCameron. Trying to chase this one out, but iCameron doing some damage underneath the tower. These heroes are low. These heroes are falling. Phasma can't quite catch up to Wheel though, but iCameron does fall to Survivor though. and they cannot manage to get the Sparrow out, and I'm not having that death on my screen because of the bug. So we will go back 10 seconds right when I get the spoiler thing on. Yeah, let's just hit that button right there. There
I'm
we
at
go.
11:54.
I'm at 12 now, and I'm getting
I
a lot
just
of
hit
lag as
12
well.
us. So I'm a little bit
So
behind you.
yeah, let's do 12:30 for you then.
Okay.
But it looks like iCameron is back to the correct amount of card points, as Articles do manage to take the tier 1 tower away and get at least somewhat more of a trade actually. Pretty good after that last fight. Now we've got 4, 3, 2, 1, 12:30.
Perfect. So they do
Awesome.
pick up the good rotation back in, clean up that fight at the tier 1, pick up a tier 1 tower themselves. We are starting to see the Gresham again. Vanilla Cutie is going to hit with a tether plus a sticky bomb. He is going to try and make it rain. He should be able to get out of here. Safe. This tier 1 tower is going to fall. It's got a slither of health. Somebody just needs to sneeze, and this will fall. But he does survive. That's the big thing, is that he lives there. You don't want to lose that hero right now. Raptors will be spawning right around the 15-minute mark, I believe. But this is what we saw. This is almost an identical game that we saw the first two times these teams played. Arctic Wolves early game aggression. Think Twice came out, and between the 12 to about 19-minute mark, they were the ones being aggressive, and then Arctic Wolves just turned it around and they got aggressive again. It's almost identical to what we saw early. In the first game out of these two, we're of course starting to see Quenching Scales, Thick Bloods online to deal with that healing. Tankiness coming out of Cosby. But for the most part, the carries are even, 22 to 21 card power. Your junglers sitting at 18 and 19. Supports are at 14 and 14. The big thing is we're now starting to see level 5s come out for these supports. Both Phasma and Clearcast just now hit level 5s. So we have Crash Bang Boom online and Skewer. A couple of engagements where if they had Skewer, I think Arctic Wolves would have won the engagements more one-sided than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, that is an interesting drawback of Phasma's strategy. So when he tries to be as aggressive on the map as he generally is, oh, actually hold that thought. He's going to be hit with by the smash and grab in the middle of the jungle Weow. He was silenced for a little bit, still moving around. Cloud does take out Phasma. I don't know if he's level 5 for you, but he is level 4 for me. But Cloud is going to fall anyway. Crazy Fool still trying to work even without Phasma there. Vanilla Cutie on the backside doing some really good damage to Clearcast. Shanks, though, he's trying to stay alive, do some damage to the Arctic Wolf side, about to fall. And now Vanilla Cutie, he's forced to play up against Weow. Will be able to get him with the double pain and that bleed there. And Survivor isn't going to go any further. Do they actually go for
But
Raptors
while
right
that
now?
happened, look at iCameron pushing a tier 2 tower.
Of course
Tier
he
2
is.
tower is almost down. iCameron wasn't even that engagement. They do pick up 2, but is picking up 2 kills and possibly losing a tier 2 tower worth it? 15 minutes into the game? I don't think so. This opens up the Orb Prime for them or Raptors for them, because they can just keep this pushed so far forward.
Yeah, and Crazy Fool also manages to pick up a black buff, so I don't think that Arctic Wolves going to be giving this one up anytime soon. In fact, they should probably be the ones putting the pressure out onto the Raptors, and I don't think that Weo's going to want to stay at all. In fact, he's recalling right now. So iCameron was taken care of, did not take the tier 2 tower, which would have been essential for Think Twice here. And that's also going to lead to Arctic Wolves taking, I believe, every one of these Raptors. Yeah, Cosby picks up that last one.
Crazy Fool picked up 2. Cosby picked up 1. Survivor, they're not to pick those up. Not the worst case scenario. The big thing is you deny Cameron for picking up those Raptors. He really needed as to commit to taking down that tier 2 tower. I think him backing off was not really a good decision. A couple more hits, he still had time to do it. I think you've already committed to it. Might as well take it out and die for it, and open up the map a little bit for your team to allow Raptors to be a little bit easier to take. You just set that lane, and now Articles has to focus on, okay, is this lane set? They have to commit somebody to making sure they reset that lane or it doesn't push too far. So I feel like that was a little bit of a misplay by iCameron, not taking down that tier 2. Not the end of the world by any means. We're 60 minutes into the game, or Prime is spawned. I want to say the next Raptor camp, we'll see a play for Orb Prime after that, about the 24-minute mark.
It seems like a little bit late, honestly. I thought OP time was 15 and nothing more, nothing less.
Well, I mean, in most people want to say that's how it works, but smart teams understand that you need to have a little bit of an advantage. The Raptors provide that advantage by giving you that card power or picking up a team fight. If they're able to get a pick or two, then you take Raptors. But it really comes down to those engagements, and I feel waiting for the Raptors, giving your carry just a little bit more card power, a little bit more damage, and then going for Orb Prime is probably the best bet.
Might have a bit of an engagement inside of the jungle. Think twice, trying to take control of that over Arctic Wolves, and Leo's going to be going for an aggressive position right next to Cosby, but the subjugate not going to be there in between two sets of heroes. The thunk though it's not going to hit, and Colossal Blow knocks Clearcast right out of the Crash Bang Boom. Cloud trying to chase these guys down a little bit, but Phasma in with the blink. Okay, he's still showing
Misses
level 4
the
for me. That can't be right.
He's level 6.
Okay,
he's level
I guess
6.
I'll have to fix that later. But Vanilla Cutie forced to back away from Liao. Not going to fall through the Tesla Dome. Not going to bleed out either. Search and Destroy. Oh, wow. Cameron actually picks him up, I guess, with a long-range piercing shot? Maybe.
Yeah, piercing shot. They hit him with a Seek and Destroy from Gadget, and then piercing shot came in, and he was able to pick up that kill on Vanilla Cutie.
All right, let me actually go back 10 seconds right now and try to fix the error.
Let me know when you get to 1811.
I will let you know about 1811. It is
Do it, buddy.
4, 3, 1. Oh, yeah, that was great.
Perfect.
I'm good at math.
Well done.
Was that, what did you say, 1811?
1811.
I did say 1 at 1811. I know how to count,
So
guys, I swear. Do you want
We're
another
good.
time check, or?
No, we're good. We're good.
All right, all right.
I may be a second ahead, but that's all
Okay,
right.
That's okay. That's more than all right.
So we've got right now. Do you see him at level 6?
I do. Yeah, he's at level 6 and 18
Perfect.
card points now. It's great.
Perfect. We're working through the bugs, team.
Doing it.
We've got. I want to take a look at card power again. We've got Survivor, 28 card power, pretty standard build from Survivor. Madstone gems. He's building into an impact hammer. I'll make sure there's no fights here. We do see a Teleblink out of Phasma, and of course his Quenching Scales. Such a strong card. Clearcast right now actually rushed a Quenching Scale, and he picked up the Honor the Pure as well. I feel like support-wise, it's a very strong card. We all know the strength of Honor the Pure, but do you think that affects Arctic Wolves by not having that? Does it make team fights a little bit sketchy because, well, we don't have that extra shield from Honor the Pure, or do they not even care?
I'm just not really sure if they care, to be quite honest. Like, maybe they could pick it up later if they really want it, but the thing is, card points on Phasma is really at a premium right now. He did need to pick up the Teleblink and make sure that he could be effective in the game with his blink. So that just means that he doesn't have enough card points to go for the pure right now, and maybe that has a bit of an effect. But also the damage from Think Twice is a little bit more over time, I would say, than the caster combo for Arctic Wolves. Meanwhile, okay, Colossal Blow out on 6 Cloud. Cosmic could get caught on the mid lane, but look at this initiation from the backside. Also the Maker Rain splitting up the fight. Cloud very low. Oh my god. That freaking ult onto all 5, but he's all on his lonesome there. So it was great to get the damage out, but it doesn't actually end up being super beneficial for Cloud. And now it is a 3-on-5 for
Raptors were picked up on the side of Think Twice, but they picked up 2 kills. Do we see them go for Orb Prime? I think they're too low. I think they may want to bait it, but I don't know if that's the right call. But they are just baiting it. They're shooting around here. Look at us. We're doing things.
Oh no, Cameron might have just taken it. He blinks away in the middle of that silence. Nice job to get it out of that one. Very important to stay alive as the Marauder for Think Twice here. And Cameron, of course, he's got the reflexes to be able to do that one. And Arctic Wolves will just continue to try to word up around the pit. And they will maybe try to establish a little bit of control here.
So they almost had Cameron. He almost took the bait. He is going to back off. I feel like it's risky for these guys to back because the entire team for Think Twice is here and they're starting the Orb Prime.
Yeah, but there's also a little bit of harassment. Crazy Fool They take out Belka, but that's just the offlaner for Arctic Wolves. And I think at this point, Think Twice know that they really can't go any further onto the Prime. They would take a little bit too long in doing it, and Sevrog has already shown up here. Thunk is going to keep him in his place for a little bit longer. The Colossal Blow knocks him away. Where's the burst damage? You know the Arctic Wolves have it, and they do it out on the clear cast. Landmine knocks Weeow back as well. He's got the charge to be able to get away, but Survivor is going to continue trying to chase him down. Weeow takes a bit of a detour, try to do some juking, but it doesn't end up working, and now 2 more fall from Think Twice. They might be coming apart at the seams right now. Phasma moves in. Vanilla Cutie wants to get the green buff. Actually, it's going to be Phasma that takes it, while the rest of the team, they're already going for OP.
Yeah, he's picking up the green buff so he can actually take a little bit of damage here. Lifesteal's not online for Survivor. That was a good subjugate onto clear cast, allowing his team to come over. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Vanilla Cutie blinked across the ledge, hit the R2000, plus that landmine to knock Weeow back into them. And this should be a pretty much uncontested or prime. I mean, Art.
I think uncontested is kind of a weird way of saying things here, as Tesla Dome dropped down to take. Oh my gosh, Cloud comes in with a double tether into ult. Oh my lord. You thought that maybe Think Twice were having a bit of a difficult time here with just 3 members alive, but now they'll have the opportunity to go right into Prime, and this could be a pretty good thing to secure themselves a spot into our second day of action here in the PCL. Crazy Fool around the backside, maybe a Seismic Assault around the backside. We saw it tried or attempted earlier today, but it didn't end up working. The vision is there for Arctic Wolves. Do they just go in here? They see that Think Twice are in here with all 5 Crazy Fool. Is he going to be able to get the steal? Answers no. Gets it again just a little bit too late. So that's going to be a prime for Think Twice.
I thought for sure the rotation was going to be a little bit too slow. That Tesla Dome was just placed incredibly well and ended up helping secure those kills. This is an Orb Prime on the side of Think Twice, 23 minutes into the game. Who has the lane clear here? We've got R2000. We've got great lane clear out of Arctic Wolves. Are they going to be able to defend this here?
That's a really big ask. And also, with the Death Touch of the minions, Think Twice don't have to think about the other lanes pushing in at all. And they also have the right lane pushed in far as well. And nobody from Arctic Wolves is going over there. They're all just going to be sitting at the mid lane. Actually, do you mind going back 10 seconds for a second? Because I have Crazy Fool bugged.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before this fight gets any further, let's just very quickly get back 10 seconds. So we can have
Give me a time.
24 right now.
Okay, let me get to that.
24-30 would probably be a better spot for you.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Survivor was
24-30.
Yeah, okay. So Survivor was forced back into the base to spend a couple of his points, but still Think Twice are ready to keep pushing this one in, getting the just the chipping pressure out onto the Arctic Wolves heroes here, waiting for that next minion wave to show up. So we're 4, 3, 2, 1, 24-30. Back into sync here, and man, these minion waves are just evaporating so quickly, and Think Twice haven't made their move yet. Oh, Weeow, he's been pushed right back into the tower range, and he's gonna fall to Survivor. Crash Bang Boom on the backside to Cosby, he's going to fall, so it's a 1-for-1 at this point. It's jungle for jungle as well, so they are both equally handed here with just the OP buff on the Think Twice side, and they still have Eye Camera up, boost most of the damage over towards the inhib, trying to get that down, and Arctic was looking for their initiation. Cloud goes in, there's a Tesla Dome drop down as well. Cloud takes the aggro from tower, and Eye Camera, nice pull in from Phasma. He's gonna try to blink away. Vanilla chasing him down, waiting for that shield to leave, looking to get the R2000. Crazy Fool blinks in, but he might have blinked into a lot of trouble. Vanilla, though, he still manages to get the kill out with the R2000. Clearcast has to get away. He uses the march to get out, but I don't think he's going to be so lucky. Looks for a thunk, can't quite get it. And look at that blink forward. Shinx can be pulled back by Phasma as well. Riplash doing some big, dirty damage out, but Shinx still wanting to try to turn around, still has the OP on himself, and Phasma will get slowed down. Oh man, is he actually going to be caught out here? Shinx, yeah, knocked away with the landmine. Vanilla Cutie says, not today, son. You're going to have to stay away from my Richter.
I think that was just a misplay by Phasma. Phasma got a little bit too aggressive. Survivor was low. They had a minion wave pushing, so the rest of Arctic Wolves just backed off and cleared up that minion wave there. Good save from Vanilla Cutie, because Phasma was so low. So you lose an inhibitor. In Monolith terms, it's not the end of the world. The big thing is they were able to somewhat defend against an Orb Prime, because that could have gone a lot worse. That could have been the game. So Arctic Wolves right now, reset the outside lanes, reset your safe and off lane, keep the mid lane pushed out to the midpoint of the map, try and control those river buffs. Of course, try and pick up the Raptors if you can, and wait for Orb Prime to respawn. This game by no means is just GG. Poor thing twice. Raptors being picked up right now. Cameron and Cloud rotating in.
Skewer out of two by
two.
Phasma. There's a subjugate as well. Colossal blow. Tesla was going to split things up, but Arctic Wolves, they're looking kind of okay in this fight, but they take 2 away from Think Twice, and Cloud's getting low as well. Cosby way too tanky for them to kill. Did he actually? No, it's the Toxigel on the Grux Wee out here. So he's just very tanky right now. Phasma with another blink forward, looking for a Riplash. Cosby trying to go. Oh man, Shinx actually manages to pick up a kill on the Vanilla Cutie, but there's a subjugate out into the gadget, making her pay for going for that kill, and they even out the score there. So it's still a 3 for 2 in favor of Arctic Wolves, but their ability to go for the tier 2 tower here might be a little bit diminished, and they still haven't taken jump pads away from Think Twice.
I don't know if they're not going to have the minion waves. They're going to rotate back down to pick up. No, they're not. Are they? What are we doing? I heard someone backing. They are going to go after Raptors. Okay, so they are going to take the Raptors here. That's going to. All 3 of those should go to Survivor. I mean, the gameplay out of Arctic Wolves right now, after losing their tier 2 their inhibitor, continuing to be aggressive, continuing to chase, picking up 3 kills, and now picking up the Raptors. All 3 headed over to Survivor.
So it looks like I am having a couple of internet issues. Hopefully those stabilize. Again, I can't really do anything about ISP issues, but that's exactly what it is.
Guys, you heard Pith there. We are having a little bit of he's having some internet issues right now. We understand there's a little bit of lag. Cosby just got deleted by Kwong. Vanilla Cutie's got to be careful here. Crazy Fool's going to blink in. Cloud's in a lot of trouble now. R2000, Neural Disruptor. Cloud is going to fall to Vanilla Cutie. Pith is on the dial-up, guys.
I'm on dial-up, guys.
Mom, hang up the phone! We're casting a tournament!
Thank you for yelling at my mom, not. Again, guys, sorry about that, but I can't do anything about it. Except move. I'm moving soon. At the end of the summer, most likely, so won't have to deal with this crappy internet anymore. First world problems, actually, not third world. Third world don't have the internet. But in any case, yeah, I'm not really sure what Cloud was doing all the way out there.
He picked up a kill on Cosby. He wanted Cosby dead, and so that's what he did. He killed Cosby. That's really the only reason he was there, and he paid for it. So, Orb Prime respawning very, very soon. We already see warding happening around the Orb Prime. This comes down, for me, this is an Orb Prime fight. You know what I mean? We're looking for an engagement. Whoever gets Orb Prime here wins this match.
In simplest terms, that's exactly what we're looking at right now. Still easy for our heroes to be clearing the creep waves, but the thing is, at this point in the game, you might be able to clear the minion wave, but the heroes are a little bit stronger underneath the inhibs to just go right for it. So they don't have to worry about the minion waves being cleared so fast anymore, and they can be a bit more aggressive with their pushes. So the OP is indeed about to respawn right now and just kind of drops him from space or wherever that thing comes from. And it's been scouted out by Think Twice here. And Arctic Wolves getting into the area as well. So it looks like we're going to have a knockdown drag out in the OP pit soon, but not quite yet. Actually, we have the knockdown drag out over in the right lane. We are going to get initiated on. The skewer's not going to hit, and the subjugate isn't there as well, so that might actually allow Think Twice to get away. Meanwhile, though, Crazy Fool getting caught out in the middle of the pit. He doesn't want to be... Oh, there's a smash and grab, actually. There's the Tesla Dome and the Make It Rain. Weos trying to fight up against this, but Crazy Fool is going to die. Now in the middle of the pit, still Cosby and Phasma trying to create a little bit of space. Vanelli from the backside, throwing out the R2000s. Lots of damage there. 2-10 on the side of Think Twice, and Vanilla Cutie goes forward with the blinks once again. Phasma blinks forward as well. They want to get in for these fights, and Cameron's going to fall to the Sevrog as well. Richter can't quite catch up, but Cloud is still doing a lot of work on the other side of this one. They start to have to go for him. Silence from Phasma subjugates there. They have more than enough damage for it, and they kill him off as well. Both teams lost a lot after that fight, but Survivor, he seems to be dead as well, because I have another bug.
Yay! Survivor
Yay.
is dead. Survivor got deleted by Cloud. Just absolutely deleted. It was
Enemy tower destroyed.
Judgment of the Heavens, Gift of the Heavens, Fury of the Heavens. Just all of the heavens rained down upon Survivor's face
Can we go
and
back 10
deleted him
seconds?
off the map. We absolutely can.
Sorry about all these, ladies and gentlemen. We are just trying to keep the screen as accurate as possible for you guys, so I just clicked the button. Oh my gosh, people keep dying. So I will give you a countdown to 32 just so you can check. 4, 3, 2, 1, 32. Hopefully you're kind of close. But with that, we're actually going to see Shinx and Queercast go for the Raptors here. They're taking it down kind of slowly, but once the next Sticky Mine is up for Shinx, they should be able to take it down a little bit faster after that. And they're just waiting on cooldowns right now. That's kind of the name of the game when you're not having the Marauder there to help you out. And Notch, do you see any kind of cards that are a little bit surprising to you?
Let me take a look. I mean, we've got stasis gems, we've got blinks, we've got thermal bond and toxic gem. We've got a barrier of the will. I haven't seen a barrier of will in a while. It's Phasma picking up barrier of will over onto the pier. That's because he can't. So barrier of will out for Phasma. I mean, they have their shields in those team engagements. That's exactly what he needs. But for the most part, we're seeing some pretty standard builds. You've got your tankiness. Cosby building a 21 cost thermal bond, by the way. I just want to point that out. A 21 cost thermal bond. He's got a greater health and an alpha barrier and an alpha health.
I have another
When do we
bug
see
on
5
Vanilla
cost
Cutie now.
cards? We do see a little skirm. Well, they're setting up for a skirmish. They want to fight. They know our prime is
Yeah,
up.
could be caught out a bit. So I think it's always going to be there. Oh, nice stasis gem from Crazy Put. But as soon as it ends with being a smash and grab into the damage from Grux. Now Arctic Wolves want to try to chase down Cloud, and they do manage to find him. Cosby up on the high ground. He's so damn tanky here. They drop down to the lower ground. There's the Search and Destroy from the Gadget. Make It Rain also dropped down by Vanilla Cutie as Pink Toys need to try to avoid the damage, but Weao's going to be absolutely cleared out by Survivor. He's not been taken out, and he doesn't want to either. Cameron's still chasing him, though, and he's looking very healthy here. Has not been touched in this fight at all. Survivor over to the side. Can he actually stay alive right now? Clearcast maybe got some vision of him, but they might want to push in through the mid lane with 2 of those heroes down. Cosby low. Oh, the march comes through. Cosby, I don't know what you're doing there. There's the thunk. He's going to rush away with the Phantom Rush. And, oh man, think twice. They lost to Arctic Wolves earlier today. Do they deny Arctic Wolves the spot in the semifinals? Once again, they're taking down the core. Survivor needs to come in and get big. Cosby, all right, beautiful subjugate on the 2. There's the blinking from Survivor. Cameron, though, he's managing to take down 1. Can he take down 2? Cosby gets Shanks, and these heroes are a little bit low. Phantom Rush forward, looking for a little bit more. Subjugate hits on the Clearcast. Colossal blow, cleans up Clearcast. Looks like he was mopping the floors with him. And now Cameron, he's the one who has to try to get back. Cosby still working on a little bit of mana here, and Cameron cannot turn and fight. Subjugate hits. The Siphon is there. Cameron dead to Cosby, and Arctic Wolves gets saved by this Cosby going absolute ham here.
Cosby with the BDP out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Thank Cosby just saved this game. They are up. They're rotating over here. They don't have Survivor, but Cosby and Phasma starting on this Orb Prime.
They're taking some damage from
BDP,
it,
boys.
actually. Yeah, well,
BDP.
BDP. But he's got to be careful with that BD because he's taking a lot of damage from OP who doesn't care about BDPs at all. Vanilla Cutie still with the bug on him, so I have him at literally 0 health. But
He's at about 75% right now.
well, Brooks gets into the fight, trying to go on to this one. Will get hit with this skewer. Oh, but you could get a really good ultimate here. Landmine gonna knock him around the OP. It's Chaos in the pit. Cosby's going to take down the OP, so we've got the buff on the side of Arctic Wolves, and they haven't fallen just yet. Now Cloud could be in some trouble as the region starts to go. Phasma chasing him down. Cloud has to get away. He's low on mana. There's the Riplash. Says, you're not going anywhere, buddy boy. And Cloud's going to fall. Arctic Wolves, they were within inches of death there, but now they pick up the buff, and they can go for these towers and inhibs, possibly going right down the mid lane. And
I mean,
before anything happens, can you go back 10 seconds right now?
Yes. I'm at 36-10.
36-10 it is.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. So what do you got for me?
I mean, Cosby just possibly won the game for his team. With that cleanup, instantly starting Orb Prime. They rotate over, they pick up the Orb Prime. Hi, Cameron. I now have the bug on. Hi, Cameron. Cosby continuing to be aggressive. They've rotated over here. They're going to take down this inhibitor. I just feel like the plays out of Cosby right there set up this push. Everybody on this side of Arctic Wolves has Orb Prime. Death Touch is activated. They've picked up an inhibitor. They have the regen. They still have the Orb Prime. Blink forward on the clear cast. Deleted. Get him out of here. Arctic Wolves is going to take this game after that play. Absolutely impressive gameplay from Arctic Wolves. I thought for sure it was over with the rush down mid lane and Arctic Wolves focusing the core and taking the win. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was amazing. Just Cosby coming up big at the end there, saying, I'm a Sevrog, I got some stacks, you cannot kill me. And he manages to take it for his team there. So, wow. Arctic Wolves coming up big in there, and they make it into the semifinals of PCL here. So they'll be making it into day number 2 for, I don't know the stats on this one, but it seems like the first time in quite a while. They've just come up a little bit short in many of their past appearances. So congrats to them, and think twice. A lot of people were memeing about them, but unfortunately they're not going to be joining us for day number 2.
They are not. Got to give it up to Arctic Wolves with that very impressive comeback at the end there. The strength of Orb Prime put in full, displayed it there. I can't even. Wow, I'm very impressed with the gameplay out of Arctic Wolves. I love that push. Cosby MVP for that game with that save at the end. Got to give it up for them, guys. Don't forget to support these teams. If you thought Cosby was insane and you were like, you know what, I want to buy this guy a sandwich, head over. Holy shit! Head over to the Matcherino. Big shout out to Zorky with the $200 donation. Currently sitting at $300 on the Matcherino. This prize pot goes directly to these teams. Thank you, Zorky, for that donation. Thank you to Big 25, Lick My Read 21, In Us We Trust with 20, and Cosby donating $19 to the prize pot because he wants that $19 back.
Confident.
So congratulations on he's a little bit confident. Congratulations to them donating are moving on to the day 2 tomorrow. Again, $300 is currently what this prize pot is sitting at. You guys can provide more to that. And again, full amount. We don't touch this. The PCL doesn't get any of the money. None of us get any of this money. This goes directly to these teams. $200 from Zorky. Thank you so much, Zorky, for that donation. We appreciate it. I know these teams appreciate it. I mean that's it for the Group A bracket.
No.
What?
I kind of want to today because the internet issues don't really show any sign of stopping right now, so I don't really think it would be prudent for us to cast that match right now. But I think we could look into casting that match a little bit later and posting it on the YouTube, so you guys can subscribe to that channel, and you might see that match showing up along with all of our other VODs for the PCL. I think that would be a great thing to do. You'd be able to watch the matches that you possibly missed on the weekend. And also remember that we had 2 streams today, so any matches that you missed while watching this one, you will get a chance to see over there in the near future. But
all those tubes of you.
Got any other words for today? Because I think we should just play it out here.
I just like Cosby just killed it at the end there. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with Arctic Wolves. I'm very impressed with Think Twice's gameplay. They were behind about the 15-minute mark. They kind of turned it on online a little bit, and Think Twice really made a great comeback, but it just wasn't enough. Arctic Wolves with the great heads-up gameplay. The games today were fantastic. We saw Reborn really, I don't want to use the word exploiting, but I'm going to, exploiting the strength of that Orb Prime, winning both of their matches. First match in 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Second match in 24 minutes and 30 seconds. But great gameplay out of all of these teams today. We'll be jumping back in tomorrow at 12 o'clock with the semifinals and finals